Hi, this is Danica, and in this video, we will be checking out Tutor LMS. By the way, if you are new to this channel, I am Danica Louie, and I build WordPress memberships website. And if you have any question regarding WordPress membership, please comment that down below, and I will include that in my future videos since that's the topic of this channel. Also, I'd like to thank you for continue supporting this channel. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't done that yet, so that I keep you posted whenever I post videos like this. Right now, I'm just wanting to collect more questions and record that with a tutorial on this channel so that I could share that with everyone. Again, I really appreciate your support. Now, let's get started. Okay, so in one of my past videos, I have actually checked out Tutor LMS. That was my first time. Everything was new for me. I mean, it has a lot of similarities with LearnDash though. So I was just surprised that I discovered this plugin, and I think it's also very powerful. In fact, BuddyBoss has announced that it will soon release its support with this plugin. So do expect more third-party integration support with this plugin. Okay, so this is the homepage of Tutor LMS, and in their page, you could see their pricing so that you could compare which plan works for you. But as you can see, the one-site plan that they have cost lower than LearnDash, because I think the one-site license with LearnDash is starts at $150+ per year. This one is $119, and for the 5-site license, you could get that for $159.20 per year. And then you could see the features that they have in here. I don't have the premium version yet, but I will get one so that we could drive through each of the integration in here and I could show you how that works. But they have listed here which plugin do they support. So Elementor, Devi, WooCommerce, GamiPress, and so on. So it's kind of exactly similar with LearnDash. WP Fusion, this one I will also record videos in the future. So if you have any question with WP Fusion, let me know about that, and so on. You can see a lot of integration here, and BuddyPress is one of that. And of course, with that integration, BuddyBoss has also released an announcement that they will be supporting Tutor LMS as well. Okay, so since this is just an introduction, let's just check the pricing. So that's the pricing, and if you're an agency, you could get the unlimited site license for $239.20 per year. But again, you could start with the free. This is I think one of the great thing with Tutor LMS, because LearnDash and I think Lifter LMS does not include, let me just check if I'm wrong, pricing. Okay, so most of this LMS plugin does not include a free version. So there's no way for you to test if, example, the plugin works for you. But Tutor LMS gives you that capability. So you could check it out before you finally upgrade to the individual license, which for sure is worth it. As you can see, they have all of the features in here. So example, the quiz, and so on. That is part of the premium version, as well as the drag and drop certificate builder. So again, I will get a license for this one so that we could walk through how this exactly works. So they actually recently released Tutor LMS 2.0, and they have here all of the things that they have updated. So there's a lot actually. I think they did a lot of improvements since my first try in my past video. I think I also really like the reporting, though I haven't seen this live myself yet because I've only tested this in a free version. But again, it just looks good so far. Now, what I haven't tried with Tutor LMS is I'm not yet sure if they work with plugins that I usually use like Memberium. Haven't tested that yet, but I'm gonna check that out in my next videos. Okay, now let's check out Tutor LMS and its free version here in my local environment here. So this is my local website for this Tutor LMS, and once you have installed Tutor LMS, which you could do right away under plugins section, adding a new one. So if you type in example Tutor LMS, This one is what you need. I've also activated the LMS Elementor so that we could test that out. You could also see that there is a certificate customizer here, but there's a note that is only for Tutor LMS Pro. So you need to get that premium version that they have. Now, let's just go to the courses and try to set up one and see what you could do with this free version. So, there's a message at the top that says, as a member, as membership is turned off, students and instructors will not be able to sign up. Please enable and go to settings to approve, enable anyone can register. So, I'm just gonna enable this. And then I'm gonna go to my settings. I'm gonna follow that instruction under settings, general, and then here it should say anyone can register. So do double check that part. Okay, after that's done, let's try to see what we have in here. So first is we have this courses and then a big button for the add new, which I like personally. And then you can see all mine, publish, draft, pending, and then trash. You could also see bulk option here and some categorization that you could do. Okay, now let's try adding a new course. So let's click this button, add new. And I have a link in here and I'm gonna just follow one of the table of contents. I'm just gonna search for WordPress. And then here, essential thing, so that we'll follow their table of contents. So I'm gonna name it WordPress 5. And then publish. And then next is, let's see what options we have. So in the free version, we have the content and then the featured image, excerpt, and then maximum students allowed. If you set it to 0, then that means there is no limit. Difficulty, you could set it. I'm gonna set this to beginner. And then this one, I'm gonna set this to, I'm gonna not check this for now. And then Q&A, I'm also gonna turn that off for now. But the Q&A section is, I think, kind of similar to what they have here, which works nice. And then here, there is a course builder. Now, if you have watched my previous video, LearnDash also has their own course builder. So with this, you could add underneath content for this course. Additional data, what will I learn? And then target audience. Specify the target audience benefit from. Total course duration in hours and minutes. And then materials included. Requirements, instructions. So I think what I have here is I'm gonna try to follow here. So I think I'm gonna copy this. And then okay, let's just copy and paste that. So we're gonna try to mimic that one. Target audience. Let's just see. I think this is for. Well, I'm just gonna try to copy that one. It says, as you can see, 1 line per target audience. Okay, and then I'm gonna set this to. Let's just check. Is there details in here? Nope. Okay, so I'm just gonna make this, let's just say 5 hours and 30 minutes. Materials included, let's just say downloadable. I don't think this course has some materials. Let's just check notebooks. Nope. Okay, so I'm just gonna say download item number 1. So it's still 1 line per file or materials. I'm gonna try to see if I could add some link here if it works. Okay, requirements and instruction. Well, I'm gonna say I'm gonna check. Okay, so I'm just gonna type in requirements goes here. I want to see how this works. Okay, update, and then let's just view this very quickly. So if we refresh the course list, this is now how it looks. And if I go to, let's just say I'm gonna go to domain and then courses. So this is how it looks. So by default, the courses link, so /courses, already format your courses in grid format, unlike in LearnDash where you need to use the shortcode. Now, do note that this is using the default Gutenberg page builder, and then this is also using the default WordPress theme. Whatever you start with in the latest one, it's using this one. It's using that theme in this local environment. I haven't added any additional thing yet, so additional theme. So this is the default one, and this one I haven't even set dashboard instruction and so on. That's just got added in there automatically, so you get an idea how it looks. So this is the grid, and as you can see, this is the title, the number of time that this course requires, and then the admin. So you could change that here. So you could change that author, and that will show here. If you have a featured image for that author, that will also show in here. Now, I'm gonna add some description. Let's just see how that works. So excerpts goes here. Refresh. So it's not added. So let's just try short description. I wonder if they have some section for that one. Nope. So let's see the fields, other fields that we have here. Okay. So before that, I will also add some featured image. I'm not sure if I could. I'm gonna download some featured image here. I'm just gonna use this for now. Refresh, and featured image is in here. Now let's just click that and see how this looks in this plain version. So we have the title, we have the featured image, we have the details of the course, so it's free. Enroll now, free access to this course. There's a wish list or bookmark link, and then a share. If I click share, it has Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, which is great. And then level is beginner. Okay, so on the side, we could see all of the materials that we have included in here. So let's just check. This part goes to here. So we have files, and there's an icon, and then yes, I could add a link if I want to. And then requirements goes here, audience goes here, and then about this course, and then what you will learn. So this one, actually, if you add a new space, it will automatically create a check one for you. So check icon. So if I example adjust this, I'm not sure, and then let's just say I'm also gonna do it that way. You need to add some space, and let's just try to update this. Refresh, and it added that check marks for you. So it's like a list. And then there's a rating section, students and courses. That's about that instructor. Curriculum, it's blank for now. So let's just go back here, and we will add we will use the course builder. So add a new topic. So let's just say topic 1, summary here. And then I'm just gonna add a topic, and then I'm gonna add lessons. So basically, I think what I want to do is I want this to be module 1, and then this is the lesson. So let's just say lesson 1, featured image. I'm gonna apply exactly the same featured image for now, and then attachment, I'm just gonna attach this file for now so that we see how this exactly looks. Okay, that's what that one. Now you could drag and drop this. There's an edit button, and then there is a trash button as well. If we keep on adding new lesson, it is like exactly the same format. But I think what I like about this is it is like in one place, and it allows you to add the content directly here, unlike in LearnDash where yes, they have this page builder, course builder, but there's no pop-up like this, which gives you the capability to do everything in one place. So I like this part. And then I could upload the featured image. And then again, I'm just gonna attach that file as the attachment for now so that we could see, and then update this. Okay, and again, you could drag and drop this so that you could order this properly. And before we try to add a quiz, let's just save this and see how this looks. And then refresh. Curriculum. So we now have module 1 and we can see all of the lessons. It is locked because of course we're not enrolled. But if example, I'm gonna enroll and it says start learning 0.1, 0% complete, and so on. And then if I click to curriculum, I could now access lesson 1. I think this is, let's just focus on the layout here. So this is like the navigation on the side, just like with LearnDash. And you could mark this complete. And you know the file that we have attached, this was the exercise file. This is like going to the next lesson and so on. So I think this looks very nice. So I will expect more in the pro version for sure, the capability that you could do. But just the free version alone, as you can see, you could do a lot. Especially if I think you integrate this with Elementor, you could customize this, which we will try to do in the next videos. So this will be a serious one, so keep on watching. Now, let's just go to the lesson 2 and see how that looks. I'm gonna try to actually complete the lesson 1 so that I could see that one. Now, if I go to module 1, is this the link? Okay. Okay. I'm not sure how to... What does this? Okay. So the X link goes back to the homepage. Maybe that's because the layout is a bit distorted from my end because I'm not using any customization in terms of layout here. But for sure that could be improved once you use a page builder like Elementor. Announcement and so on. Now, I will try to add another module. I hope they have an option to like duplicate a module. Maybe I'm not sure if in the Pro, I haven't checked yet. But having a duplicate link like this one will help because most of the time the layout is kind of like follows what you have in the other one. So you could just edit it with that starting layout. But again, that's fine. You could just add another one, module 2, summary here, the topic, and then of course I'm gonna add a lesson 1, lesson content. And since they have this editor, you could do a lot of customization in there. Featured image, and then there's no video source yet. I'm gonna check that out in a bit. Update lesson. Okay, this time I want to add a quiz. I'm not yet sure how that looks. So this says adding a quiz title and then quiz summary. Save and next. Okay, so it will, in the next step, it will ask you to add some question. Let's just check. So this is write your question here. And then question type. Okay, so the options we have here is first true or false, and then single choices, multiple choices, open-ended, and so on. The others here are locked, so the short answer up to the ordering is locked. But as you can see, you have enough option for their like free version alone. But I will check this out in details in the different video. So for now, let's just leave the true or false and then answer required, or you could allow it also to be skipped. And then you could also do a randomize. So example, if you have this option and then the next time they retake this quiz, the random, like the order of the answer could be changed so that they can like remember exactly in order what was the right one. So you could set some points and you could also display the points if you want. And then here, description, I'm just gonna add some stuff here. Then true or false. Yep, add a question. I think I'm gonna add a new one, and then this time I'm gonna say multiple choice. And then if it's multiple choice, you could add your options here. So let's just say option 1. And then you could even add an image, which is cool. Only text, text and image. So you could select only image, only text and image both to display. For this one, I'm gonna set it that way, and then I will add this question. Oops. Okay, update answer. So I need to click that update answer first, and then this one should be correct, so I will select that. And then I'm gonna just do option 2. Okay. So the answer is okay, so I need to do answer 2. But this one, I'm just gonna leave it as a text for now. And so on. So that should be answer 1. Update answer. And then question description here. Add a question and so on. So now we have 2 questions. One is true or false. The other one is multiple choice. And you could add more if you have that one. Save and next. Time limit. So this one limits your student when taking this quiz. So example, if I'm just gonna allow 30 minutes, and then you could hide that limit if you want to. In this part, it says quiz feedback mode. It says the default is answers shows after the quiz is finished. Unlimited attempts in each question, so you could do that. Let's dive this in the future videos, but you have that option in this free license. So you have that option in this free version, so which is great. Attempts allowed up to 10 and so on. You could increase this if you want to. Maybe only attempt to be maximum of 2. And then passing grade, maximum answers, maximum questions allowed to answers, and so on. And then there's advanced settings here. Everything is open here. I don't see any lock icon, which is good. So you could customize this yourself. Now let's just save that to see how it looks. I'm gonna refresh here, and I'm gonna go to curriculum. Module 2, quiz here. So on the quiz, as you can see, there is a number of question, quiz time, total attempts, passing grade. And I'm gonna click start the quiz. So it looks a bit there's doesn't have enough space because again, we haven't enhanced this website, we haven't installed anything in here to make the space looks better. But as you can see, we have the questions here. Now, I'm not gonna go through here because it's hard to show, but I will in my future videos. I'm gonna install Elementor with this local environment so that we could see how this better looks. I'm gonna go back to the quiz. To the course, and yes, I'm gonna leave the quiz for now. Okay, now let's continue and see what else we could do. So as you can see, we have like Q&A. I wanna know what that looks. And announcement, Q&A. So in here, I could say let's just say if I'm a student and I have a question about this course and I'm stuck with module 2. Okay, so module 2 is so hard. Please let me know if you have pointers for me. Let's just say I'm that student. And then I'm gonna ask a question. Well, this one, attach my admin image and so, but if you're a student, log into this course, then the name and the image of that student will be attached here. And of course, you could reply on that as the instructor of this course. So with the Q&A functionality, you could mimic this thing with LinkedIn that they're doing, which I think works and looks good. So for me, that is very helpful. Haven't tried this yet. I'm gonna try to log in my future videos how the instructor could reply, but this is looking good. Now, I think that's it for this course page. If we set this to, let's just try to do an incognito window and see if we could access that page. Okay. So we could still enroll, but you need to register. As you can see. So you still need to register to the course, but you could see the grid, which again does work. And if we try to make this public, no enrollment required. Let's just say you have that kind of course and you just want to test it out. Let me just open this again in an incognito window. And here it says start learning. So it changed the button right away from enrolling to start learning. And then if I click this, I could access the modules and lessons right away. If I go here, I could start the learning right away and so on. I'm gonna try to go to the lesson 1 in here and lesson 2 and so on. But I could not mark things off because again, you're not logged in, so it doesn't have a way to mark things off for you. I'm not sure in the pro version if that changed, but at least you could have this, I think, an example course version if you have one, so that your student or audience could see what you're trying to teach, what you're trying to do, and then they get an idea of what your program is about, which again still is very helpful. Now let's just check the other items on the side here. So we have categories, we have tags. So this is a way for organizing your courses. We have students, and of course I'm a student here because I just enrolled to one of that course. And announcement, Q&A. This one is the one that we pasted directly here. So as you can see, you could see which module or course that is. So if we click here, you can see here and you could reply. Let me send you a guide PDF. Let's just say that one. And then I'm gonna reply. And then from the front end, let's check how that looks. There's a reply and looks like this. So this was the Q&A from the student and this is from the instructor. I'm gonna go back. You also have an option to mark the conversation as important, and the status here, it says unresolved yet, and then again more options in here, which we will check more in the future videos. Quiz attempt, you could also see that here. And then there's a list of add-ons here, just like in LearnDash they have this add-ons section which shows you a lot of options or integration that you could use with Tutor LMS. And then it says buy pro because we only have the free version. Tools in here, so we have the status about your environment website here, and then you also have some tutor pages, and you also have some import section, and then setup wizard if you want to have that one. But if I click this, let's start, it will ask about let's get the platform up and running, pick a category for your LMS, and you can always update this later. So let's just say I'm gonna do individual and so on. You could follow this step to get started, but for now I'm just gonna skip everything because we've already gone through most of those in this video. Now I think the last thing that I'm gonna include in this introduction video is the announcement. So it says notify all students of your course. So if I click the add announcement, it will pick which, like it gives you an option to select which course you want to post this announcement. So let's just say I only have one course right now, but if you have like more, it will be a list of drop down in here. But I'm gonna click that course and it says new lesson coming soon. This will be an improvement of the current lesson 2 in module 1. Let's just say that's my announcement. And then I'm gonna publish this. And if I refresh here, so this is the course. And then in the announcement section, you could see that I just posted that announcement. I think this option or feature alone is also a very good one because it gives you that capability or thing that you could like let your student know that, hey, we're changing, let's just say, the file in module 2 because you're updating that and improving it more, or maybe you are like changing the way the structure works and so on. Depending on your needs, this announcement is very useful. So I really like that part. Plus, it is included in the free version, which is pretty cool. Again, you could do a lot of testing with Tutor LMS with just the free version alone. And on the side, as we progress, you can see here it says continue learning, complete the course, and then you enrolled in this course with the date and so on. So that's very handy. And the details here, so you could delete this if you don't think you need it and so on, but the option is only edit or delete at the moment. And of course, the last section is getting the row. They offer that on the sidebar. Okay, so that's the introduction of Tutor LMS. I hope in this video I've showed you the basics with Tutor LMS, especially with the free version, and how you could like test it out without like, maybe if you're not yet sure and just you want to check how it looks and how it works, they have the free version, so it's very handy compared to other LMS software out there, which you need to purchase the license first before you could test it out. Now, Tutor LMS gives you that free plugin, which you could download directly in the WordPress plugins directory. Now, this is going to be a series video, so if you want to follow along, click that subscribe and notification bell so that I keep you posted whenever I post videos like this. We will install Elementor in this local environment and see how we could improve the layout. I think I'd like to stick with Elementor's free version so that we could keep the free version stuff in this local environment without upgrading to the pro one. So if you have any question regarding Tutor LMS, please comment it down below so that I could include that in my next videos. Also, this channel will focus on WordPress membership. So if you have any question like different plugins you want to check or you want me to check, let me know and I will add that in my list. Also, let me know what is the most pressing questions that you have when starting a new membership site. Like, I'd like to know what you struggle with, what you find difficult, or maybe you think gets you stuck along this process. So comment that down below and let's talk about that. So that's it for this video. I hope this helps and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.